Hello everyone, my name is Tamara T. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will be sharing with you the hard lessons that I learned this year in 2022. This is everything I learned that has made me millions of dollars this year. So hopefully you guys find some value in this video, apply it to your business so you can become successful as well. So everything that I am going to talk to you guys about today is based off my own personal experience in my online businesses. Of course, there is more than one way to become successful in your business, but this is everything that has worked really well for me. These are very hard lessons that I learned this year and throughout the previous years, and I want to share that with you today because I know a lot of you guys who are watching me on my channel are new entrepreneurs. So the very first thing I want to talk to you about is meeting the right people. When you guys meet the right people in your business and your bank account is going to explode. How does that happen? Well, meeting the right people, they are going to share with you a lot of value and knowledge that you did not know even existed. So I was able to join a lot of coaching programs, meet a lot of mentors who are making 8 figures, even 9 figures in their online business. I started surrounding myself with people that were doing a lot better than me, and that is how I was able to make a lot of money myself in my business. You always want to stay away from people who are very negative, who are constantly failing and then blaming someone else for their failures. Instead of taking responsibility for themselves and fixing the problem, they are always constantly bitching and complaining. Those are the kind of people that you want to stay away from. So when you hang out with the right people, they are going to add so much value to your life. And these conversations literally take about 5 to 10 minutes, and it can help you increase the revenue in your business just like that. So to give you an example, I went to a meetup a few months ago and everyone there was a millionaire. Everyone there was making 7 figures in their business every year. And I was having a chat with multiple entrepreneurs in one circle. This was during a 15-minute break, and these things that they were telling me to do in my business really helped me realize that, wow, maybe I should actually start focusing this area in my business. I never even thought of that. But since they were doing so well, I took their advice and applied it to my own business. And now I can see a huge return in my very own business. Sometimes it takes only a few sentences during a coffee break for someone to change your life. And this is why online education is so important. This is why investing into knowledge and education is so important for your growth. So meeting the right people will definitely put you guys in the right position to making more money in your online business. I know a lot of you guys will start using Google and going on YouTube and trying to find all this free information, but I promise you, all of that information that you are looking at online is not enough, because you don't know who these people are. These are random blogs, random websites of people writing random things. Like, how do you know that this is what you need in order to succeed? You don't. So you need to be surrounding yourself with people that are more knowledgeable, a lot smarter, have a lot more experience than you do. And you have to drop your ego because no, you do not know everything. And that is the only way how you can grow. So make sure you guys are meeting the right people in your business, because if you are going at your business all by yourself, all alone, and you think having a few friends in your personal life is going to get you far, you are completely wrong. Now, I talked about hanging out with friends in one of my previous YouTube videos. Personally, I don't hang out with many friends, and I don't have many friends because my friends in my personal life are not doing what I am doing. They're not on the same journey as I am. Some of them are entrepreneurs and I respect that, but none of them are doing exactly what I am doing. So how can they possibly support me and help me when I need to get to the next level? They can't. So you do not want to go at any business alone. You need to be with someone who is doing better than you, and you have to learn from them. So that was a very hard lesson for me this year, because I was constantly trapped in hanging out with the wrong people for a few years until I met these people that were actually doing exactly what I wanted to do, and they were exactly where I wanted to be. Number 2, the second hardest lesson that I had this year is learning how to spend more money. Now, some of you guys who are watching me right now may be a student of mine, but I am also a student of someone else. I have mentors, I have coaches that I learned from, and they were the ones that taught me to spend more money, because we have to look at money in a way where spending equals making. So let that sink in for a bit. Spending money equals making money. If you are someone that is constantly holding onto your money very tight and you are so scared to even spend $1, then you are not going to become successful. You are not going to get anywhere in your life or in your business, because you have to understand the importance of investing, and you have to understand the importance of investing your money and getting something back in return. So for example, if you guys are growing your Amazon FBA business, what are you paying for that is going to make you a return long term? I know people who were so cheap that they did not even want to spend money on inventory. They did not want to spend money on advertising. They did not want to spend money on a coach or a mentor, someone with a lot of experience who has made a lot of money that will hold your hand along the way to make sure that you get some results. And if you are just going to hold onto your money super tight and not spend it at all, you will always remain poor. You will always remain broke. And I'm not just talking about the dollar sign, I'm talking about your knowledge. You won't have value, you won't have knowledge, and you will not get anywhere in your life. So we have to understand that spending money equals to making more money if it is spent properly. So every time you guys spend money, you have to ask yourself, is this any value to me? Does this add any value to my life? Does this make a return on investment? So if you are going to pay for something and it costs a lot of money, you have to ask yourself, is there going to be a return? Is the money that I'm putting in going to make me a return long term? So let's use the example of buying inventory in your Amazon FBA business. Now, if you buy inventory in your Amazon FBA business, can the money that you put in make you a return? Yes, of course. When customers buy your products, you get that money back, and of course you make more, depending on if you know what you are doing. Obviously, if you are going into the business blindfolded, then of course you're not going to make any money, no matter how much money you spend on inventory. But what I am trying to get at is you have to realize that spending equals making when you know that there is a return long term. We always have to be thinking long term. By the way, if you guys need help with starting your Amazon FBA business, because this is what my channel is mostly focused on, that I encourage you to get my free training in the YouTube description below. Click on the free training link, enter your name, enter your email address, and watch the free Amazon training to the end so you can book a free one-on-one call with my team so we can teach you from beginning to end how to find winning products on Amazon so you can make money every month by selling on Amazon FBA. Now, getting back on topic, remember guys, every time you take out your wallet and you are spending money on something, it needs to be providing you with a return. So obviously, if you spend money on necessities like bills and groceries, of course you have to pay for that. But when you are buying something for pleasure, like for example, if you want like a new iPhone, or if you want like a new PlayStation or a new pair of shoes, is that going to hold value, and is that going to provide you with value so you can make more money and become successful? These are questions you have to ask yourself. Number 3, the lesson that I learned, this one was really hard. Do not compare yourself to anyone else. So when I first started my online businesses, I was constantly comparing myself, my results to other people. I always thought, wow, how did they become a millionaire so fast? Or wow, look at their social media. They are driving really nice cars. Like, why don't I have a nice car? Or, you start to get all these thoughts in your head, and these are not good for you and your business. It's not good for you. It's not good for your success. And these types of questions that you ask yourself is going to drive you completely insane. So you should never compare yourself to someone else. You should never compare your success to someone else. If I am going to compare my success to, let's say, Jeff Bezos, well, I will be depressed every second of every day, right? Because I am not Jeff Bezos. I am Tamara T, and I am responsible for what I am doing, not what he is doing. So every time you catch yourself comparing your business to someone else's, you are already setting yourself up for disaster. Now, you can compare yourself to someone else for inspiration. I find that to be very useful. So I always like to evaluate my own business, and then I look at my mentors and my coaches and my other friends who are multimillionaires. I always look at their business and I'm just inspired. You know, I'm super pumped, super excited with all the value that we share with each other, the knowledge, and the conversations we have. I'm just like, yep, I'm pumped. I'm going to apply this to my own business. That's different than comparing myself to them, thinking, why do I not have, $10 million by now? Or why do I not have that super cool, sexy car? Like, why are they doing this? Why am I not? That is a really bad mentality to have. And that is going to make you depressed and drag you down. And that is not good for your success. So make sure that you guys do not compare what you are doing with someone else, especially if it's a different business model. So again, I cannot compare what I am doing with Jeff Bezos because Jeff Bezos owns Amazon. I don't own Amazon. I sell on Amazon. I've sold on Amazon. I teach people how to become successful on Amazon, but I am not him and I am not doing what he's doing. So for me to say, why am I not a billionaire? It's not good for myself. It's not good for my mental health. And that's just not how successful business owners should be thinking when they are running their business. Number 4, this lesson is a lesson I learned last year, but this year I took it much more seriously. And that is hiring more people to help you. You guys, I see so many new entrepreneurs trying to figure things out all by themselves and they just cannot figure it out. So for example, when I first started my online businesses, I was trying to figure out bookkeeping. Guess what? I did figure out bookkeeping. I never went to school to take a bookkeeping course. I knew nothing about accounting. I knew nothing about taxes. I actually did not even know that taxes existed until a few years ago. I know, it's absolutely crazy, right? And I was trying to figure out all these things by myself, and I did, but that took me so much time. I probably took 1 year to figure out everything on my own, and then I hired an assistant to do all of my bookkeeping for me, and then I have an accountant that deals with my taxes and everything else in my business related to finances. But I was trying to figure that out all by myself. And now when I think back, I could have saved so much time. And using that time, I could have invested my time into growing my business, not figuring out these things that don't make me money. So a lot of things that new entrepreneurs tend to do is they try to figure everything out all by themselves. And that drives me absolutely insane because you cannot figure out everything by yourself. You just can't. So you have to lose the ego and hire someone to do it for you. This saves you time. This saves you money long term. This saves you headaches. It saves you so much time, and you can use that time to do something in your business that you are actually good at. So this was a very hard lesson for me because it took me almost 2 years since I started my businesses to realize that I should probably hire people. So last year I hired a few people, and then this year I hired a lot of people. I cannot even count how many people are in my companies right now. I can try to count, but I'm not going to because it's not important. But what I am trying to say is if you are not good at something, you should be hiring someone to do it for you. Or if you are good at something, but your time is tied up, then you should hire someone, train them to do it for you, or else your income will always be capped. So a good example is, let's say I am a one-woman show. It's just me and my business, let's just pretend, and I am working 12 hours a day. And then I start to notice that there are so many things not getting done, and these tasks that need to be done are tasks that drive revenue, right? These tasks drive revenue. So for example, maybe it's someone that is ordering and counting inventory or handling customer service or checking the quality of my products. All of these things need to be taken care of and need to be handled. But since I am working 12 hours a day and there's only one person, I cannot do everything. But if I were to hire people to help me and I pay them and they start doing it, I get more hours in the day to do things. So for example, if I am selling products on Amazon FBA and I have 10 products, there's no way I can manage all 10 by myself, and I will always be capped at selling 1 or 2 products, right? But if I have people to do it for me, well, now instead of having 24 hours in a day and I have other people doing it, I now have like say 2 extra people. That's 2 times 24 hours in a day. So you are creating more time in your business and for yourself by outsourcing things that you are not good at or if you are really good at something and you need your time back to focus on something else to drive revenue, then you can outsource that task. So make sure you guys are hiring people to help you in your business. Nobody should be figuring out bookkeeping. Nobody should be doing professional photos for your Amazon products. Nobody should be doing all of these things that you are not built to do. So again, spend more money, because if you spend money on the right people, hiring the right people, they can help you make a ton of money long term. And I know you guys may be thinking, okay, Tamara, but where do I come up with this money to hire people? Well, obviously, when you are just starting your businesses, it's just you. Like for me, it was just me, and then it was with my husband, and then now all these other people are hired and involved. And when you start making some money with just you, you should put aside some money to outsource specific tasks. So it's always just you in the beginning, but as you start to grow and you realize that you cannot handle it anymore, then you need to hire more people. And you should also hire someone that knows what they're doing so they can help you grow your business. So for example, if you are doing Amazon FBA, hire a mentor, hire a coach. You don't even have to hire me, I really don't care. But you should always hire someone who knows what they're doing so they can help you make money faster and make you more money. Number 5, I think everyone can benefit from this hard lesson that I learned the hard way. And sometimes I still catch myself thinking, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Like, what am I really doing with my time? So number 5 is spending your time wisely. So this kind of goes back to what I just said about spending your time doing specific tasks in your business that you can hire people for, and how you can spend more money and get someone else to do things that you are not good at. But spending your time wisely is what is going to make you the most amount of money. So for me right now, a big chunk of my time is doing something that I am really good at. A bit of it is some things that I don't enjoy doing, because if I don't enjoy doing something, I don't want to do it, and that will seem like a drag in my company, so I outsource it and get someone else to do it. But when I am spending my time and using my time wisely, what I mean by that is every time when I have to do something, I always ask myself somewhat of the same question: is this what I'm doing going to bring me value? Is this going to make me money? Because if it's not bringing me value, if it's not making me happy, then I'm not going to spend my time on it. I'm just not going to do it, because time is money. So a good example is I do not spend much of my time watching Netflix. I do not spend much of my time doing anything that doesn't give me a return or give me happiness or give me value in my life. If I am meeting up with someone, I need to ask myself, who is it that I am meeting up with, and what do they have to bring to the table? Because if I am meeting up with someone that is completely random and I'm going for coffee and I'm talking about things that don't matter, I'm gossiping, I'm talking shit, I'm talking about the weather, I'm not going to go, because those are meaningless conversations. That's not going to bring me value in my business, in my life, and it's definitely not going to make me money. So why am I spending my time going out there talking about the weather with someone or talking about the Real Housewives, right? It just doesn't make sense. So the more you spend your time wisely, the more money you will make. So again, you want to use your time for things that are valuable. They'll give you a return, that'll make you money. And when you are talking to friends, family, or especially business people, it has to be about something that is useful to your business, right? It has to be with a value, with something you can put to good use with, something that you can learn about. It should be meaningful conversations. So you want to spend your time wisely, because time is money. A lot of people don't understand this, especially if you are a new entrepreneur. I am totally guilty of this. I did not believe in this, and I used to do a lot of mindless things with my time, and I totally regret it, because now when I think back, if I were to take all of that time back, I probably would be doing 3 times better than what I am doing right now. So it just goes to show that you should not be spending your time on useless shit. So a lot of people do this. And one way to keep you guys on track to not spend your time on things that don't matter is to write down exactly what you are doing throughout the day, every morning. So every morning for me, I have a journal, and I write down all of my goals, and I write down my to-do list, and I go in priority. What is the number 1 thing I have to do that is going to make me money? The number 2 thing, the number 3, and number 4. and I don't leave the house until it's done. This is discipline, you guys. You have to be disciplined in order to make a lot of money in your business. A lot of people don't like that, right? They're not used to discipline. Like, we grew up not being used to discipline, so then they fall back into the old cycle on the traditional way, going to 9-to-5 jobs and then watching Netflix at night, playing video games at night. All of those things are not going to make you rich. So spend your time wisely, and every time when you get invited somewhere or you have like something to do, I would just write down everything in your journal in the morning and ask yourself, is this something that I need to do? Is it going to bring me money? Is it going to bring me happiness? Is it going to bring me value? If it's a no, then don't do it. And then use your time to do other things that will give you money and joy and happiness and value. So I hope this video has helped you guys today. These are the hardest things that I learned this year. If you guys like this video, then make sure you give it a huge thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, then please drop it in the comment section below. I'll see you guys in my next YouTube video.